Hello, welcome Family Budget Fisherman to another episode of the Family Budget Fisherman. My name is Malik Carrington. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the second update from the Black Friday and now I'll say / holiday series of sales. And I just want to give you an update on where I am in the process. Before I go into that, if you take a look at my little makeup here, you got TV trays here to make up a little bit of a table here. We're still in transition to bring all of our merchandise, all of our effects, our personal effects from Sacramento up here to Redding. We're still in transition. And so things like this will happen. When this is all over, you can see where the rods are here from up there all the way down and then over to another area from the bottom all the way up. All this area will be full of my fishing equipment. And then I have I think I got about 60 rods, 60 rods or so. And I have to find a place right behind maybe the lights over here. You can't see it from where you are now, but they might have to put a wall set up over there for the rods. But so eventually this will be coming along. So at any rate, sometime back, I showed you back in the middle of November, I showed you this pot of baits that I got. And this pot of baits comprises of about 50 bucks worth of baits here. About $50 worth of baits here. There are 9 bags of baits. And specifically, let's see, 27 plus 26, so what is that, $53 in baits. And I paid a grand total of $2.93 for this. And this rod right here, this is not the exact rod. This rod is the Phoenix M1 2020 series that I did a review on the 7'4" model. This is the 7'8" model. What I ended up doing was I went to the Rockland, California store and I saw the 7'8" and noticed that the action and the lure weight was the same as the 7'4", and I like a longer rod, and so I swapped it out for the 7'8". And it was just a personal preference to swap it out for the 7'8". So I had gotten this. So this was my original deal here. Now, it was $50 in baits, plus I had gotten $30 off the purchase of this rod. So, you know, so when you figure free plus $147, you got a really good deal going on here. So you say for $147, I got, let's see, that's 50. I can tell you right now. So that's 50 plus 178, so $228, and I got it all for 140. In this case, it's 148. So 148 divided by 228. So I got this at 35% off. So when you do the math on that, you say, well, 35% off of the retail for this, 178 divided by, no, not divided by, but times 0.65, I paid $115 for this. If you look at it based on that, if you can see how I did that math, I used the full retail price, averaged out what my savings was. My savings was 35%, which means my effective price for the rod, even though I only paid $147, my effective price for the rod is $115 because all of this only cost me $3. Think y'all got that. So at any rate, I got this. And I think I told you guys about this when I did a little rod review of this. The price was only $1 different between those. Well, fast forward, I'm going to put these baits away. I got so many baits that I'm going to divide this update into 2 updates. You're going to get one today, and then you're going to get another one another day. And I am going to share with you all the baits that I've gotten so far. And for the record, I am not done. I still got more baits to purchase. I still have several $100s worth of gift cards and rewards points, some of which doesn't mature until the end of the month. So I'll give you a report. That's why I call it the Black Friday / holiday sale. And that wasn't done on purpose. I got to tell you, I had some problems with Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, I had an opportunity to get 2 Tatula reels. Now the Tatula reels are on sale, or they retail rather, at Dick's Sporting Goods. They're not on sale. They never go on sale. They retail for $100 and I believe $99. $99. I think it's $99. Okay. Now they had a 25% off sale at Dick's Sporting Goods the night before Thanksgiving. I got on that website. I made my purchase. I got 2 reels for a grand total of $115. That's about what, 50 something dollars a piece for each reel. That costs $200 a piece because I have my gift cards and my rewards points ready to go. And a day later, I get a refund saying they didn't have the reels. Then 2 days later, suddenly they have a limited supply. But what they ended up doing when they refunded my rewards points, they put it back in what we call the queue, and now those points don't mature until the end of the month, and that's what the problem was. So I said, I'm not going to buy anything else from Dick's Sporting Goods until those points mature. It's over, what is it, $110 worth of points? It's got to mature. $120 in points. So you'll be able to see those reels eventually. Another one, even worse, Sportsman's Warehouse had a holiday buck sale where you spend $200 and then they give you this coupon for $50. Now they had that program running twice. So you got that coupon for the coupon ultimately, the first set was $25, and then the second time they ran it was $25 off of $150, and then the second time they ran it, it was $50 off of $200. And I took advantage of both opportunities. Well, the online, I purchased a rod. I purchased, now I showed you this rod here. I'm going to go get the twin because I bought 2 of the Phoenix rods. And as you can see, I've already paired it with a Revo X. I bought this rod and I bought some hard baits that I'll show you in a few minutes. Paid over $200. Got an online coupon. Now I bought this on November 23rd. The coupon that was not able to be used until December 7th actually expired on November 23rd. Go figure. So after 6 customer service agents, including 2 supervisors, online, not at the store, online, I was finally able to get them to give me a coupon code that I could spend in the store, because then after we fixed the fact that they sent me an expired coupon, or basically expired by the time that I was able to use it, they then told me I could not use that coupon in the store. Well, most of my purchases were in the store. One day I spent 2 hours in there curating my basket for sale. Well, as it happened, we finally were able to resolve it. So those big old things caused a delay. Some of this was purchased last week, and I could have given you an update on some of this last week and then some this week, but that delay is causing me to have to just split everything up. Okay, so this is the second 7'8" rod, and I want you to see that. I want you to see that. By the way, you see 7'8", how it's going around like that? I got room in my little makeshift studio here. I noticed that some of these YouTubers has got thousands of subscribers, 11,000, 15,000, 20,000 subscribers. They're in these little tight squeeze spaces. I don't know how they exist like that. But I just wanted to show you that, hey, we got room here. So at any rate, just wanted to show you that. So this box is going to be in part 2. These are soft baits and hooks. This is going to be in part 2. Okay. Now, I'll set this over here. Part 1. You're going to really enjoy part 1 because it's a lot of new stuff. Part 1, some of the stuff I've showed you already, a couple of the rods there. And I wanted to also mention to you that I calculated this rod at 35% off based upon how the sale goes. It's actually going to get down to 40%. And I'll tell you, ultimately, all of my purchases so far are 40. I saved 40%. I saved 40%. And that includes, now you all saw when I did an update on the reel for Abu Garcia, I bought the reel. This box is empty because this reel is on that box. This box is empty because there's the reel. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. My deals became so sweet that I bought 1 more, 2 more, 3 more. Okay. Now, so far, I want you to calculate. You saw how I did the math. Anybody want to challenge my math? Hit me up in the comments section and tell me how I went wrong. My wife is really good at math. I didn't get her to do that one, but I got my head on my shoulders when it comes to math. But those numbers are correct. So at any rate, so if you average out 40%, and now I can tell you on the receipts, one of these reels, the most expensive one that I purchased was $74. One of these I got for $74. One of these I got for $60, and another one I got for $54 or something like that. I think the average, the average is in the 60s. I'd say the low 60s. For all 4 of them, let's just say, I'm going to throw out a number, $62, $63 for a $100 reel. So you figure, actually it's $61. So you figure 61 times 4 is equal to 244. You see how that goes? And each one of these is $100. So it's 55, $156 that I saved in purchasing those. And it doesn't end there, family. It does not end there. So I got into some new stuff, by the way. I'm going to show you, and this is why we call this the Family Budget Fisherman. I don't have to go in and describe a lot of the merchandise that I'm going to say to you. I want to take a shout out to some of my subscribers who also found some really good deals, and I'll tell you about them a little bit later on. But they found some really, really, really good deals, and I got to give them their props. They found some real good stuff. I was trying to find, let's see, dismiss that. If you could follow me real quick here. There we go. Yankee Tanker. Yankee Tanker did a last night. Today is, I think we've gone into the Today's the 17th. Excuse me. I'm sorry, today's the 18th. And on yesterday, Yankee Tanker talked about the desire to buy less expensive stuff when you first get into a particular hobby or interest. And he talked about the value of not spending money on the least expensive items, but to buy some of the more expensive stuff because of the better experience that you may have and even learning about whatever that hobby or interest that you like to get into. So I just want to give a shout out to Yankee Tanker. He did an extraordinary job talking about the value of finding finding equipment and finding items that are more expensive that become more of a value over time. To that end, I got some of these more expensive baits for the first time. I invested in, I'm going to move this for a second. I invested in some 6 cents. Some of these baits are $9 and some of them are $10. Now, I don't need to show you up close what these are. Everybody knows 6 cents when they see them. They got those designer baits. I mean, these baits are so beautiful that you don't want to throw them. And then they're very expensive, very expensive. This is the Cloud 9. This is the C6. And what is this is a, it doesn't really tell me what. Oh, here we go. Chartreuse Spank. And then I got one called the Crush Flat 75X. Excuse me. Yeah, and it's Brown Eye Special. Okay? So I think that's a $10 bait easy. And then you have another $9 or $10 bait. This is the Yellow Perch. And very, very beautiful bait. As you can see it there. I may have shown this to you already, but I'm going to show it to you again. If I haven't, then this is the first time you'll see it. This is called the Lavender Citrus. That's a pretty bait. Oh God, that's a pretty bait. And then this one is Cloud 9 C6 Medium Diver. Oh, Shad Sets. Beautiful, beautiful baits. They remind me, 6 cents reminds me of Apple during their early days when they didn't like Windows. They didn't like they didn't like Microsoft. They said Microsoft makes cheap looking products. They don't build great products. And Apple was known, and to this day is still known, for having some of the most beautiful products in technology. And that was one of the many legacies that Steve Jobs left. Well, it seems like 6 cents has picked that up on the baits. I mean, look at how beautiful that bait is. Super expensive. But that's what Apple does, is super expensive. You know, you got to imagine this bait right here getting caught in something. This is called Shad Fantasy. You got to imagine this thing getting caught up in something, and you're going to use whatever you can to get that bait back. Just so that you can say I saved an average of 40%. So I got these for an average of about $6, a little over $6 as opposed to the $9 and $10 that they're retailing for. Now, the next series is all of the Strike King stuff. I'm doing these in sections on purpose. This is why I had to break up the video of Fisherman, and that includes the women, because it was just a lot. And I just realized that I got a couple of baits that really look too close to one another. Matter of fact, these are twins. These are the Olive Shad right there. And I don't have a problem with getting twin baits. This is the Olive Shad. Here is the flat version of the Olive Shad, this is called the Sexy Shad. Okay. And it's a flat version. These two dive to 12 feet. This one dives to 8 feet. This one dives to 8 feet. And this is the summer Sexy Shad. By the way, Sexy Shad in all of its phases is my favorite fishing color, just so that you know. And I think my eye just really caught that. This is called Sexy Blueback Herring in the Sexy Shad family. Here we go. Like I said, I don't really have to display what this is. Oh, here's another twin right there. That's me for you. That's me for you. There you go. Okay. And then, of course, we got crawdad pattern. And that that's the Strike King stuff. So I'm just going to pour the rest of this stuff out here. Set this down over here. I got a couple of Lucky Crafts. Now, everybody knows Lucky Crafts is one of those premium crankbaits as well. They can run you $20 if it can. I don't think I paid that for this. I know I didn't pay that for this, but I think the retail is a lot less than that for this. This is the Flake Crappies. And it literally says Flake Crappies. And this is the Lucky Craft, a Lucky Craft crankbait. It's a beautiful bait. I'm telling you, 6 cents is probably the only thing that could beat it. I mean, this is a beautiful bait. Lucky Craft again. This one is called the Cowboy Gill. Cowboy Gill. Okay. So I got my Lucky Crafts there. Got something by Bagley. I mean, Bagley, come on, they've been around a long time and they make beautiful baits. They didn't always make the most beautiful baits, but they're coming along. And then the fat-free shad, the tried and true, whether you got, this one is the crawfish. Yeah, this one's the crawfish. And this one is the Tennessee shad. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with fat-free shad. I'm just telling you, you can't go wrong with the fat-free shad. And then this one was a swim bait by Matsuo. And this is a dive. Well, it says that it dives down to 4 feet, but it doesn't have a build to dive. This is weighted. But this is about a half ounce. It says 7/16 of an ounce, so it's almost a half ounce. About a 3.5 inch, maybe 4 inch bait, right there. It's a swim bait, and my son picked this out. My son's 5, and he picked this out when we were at Sportsman's Warehouse because he said he wants to throw it. I said okay. I went back a second time to go and purchase maybe 2 more of these. They were sold out. They were super sold out. Now, here's another thing that they don't really sell in stores. These are spin baits. People sometimes call them spy baits, but they're spin baits. I have never thrown a spin bait before. Now, having said that, you know, the what do you call the smaller Zara spook? I forget the name of it, but it floats. These don't float. These actually go a little bit underwater. But the spooks and all that, they are shaped like that, which I think is a real interesting thing. I want to get into that. I hear they're real good in cold water, so I'm going to throw these. So I got all this, and like I said, I saved about 40% off of this. So far, with everything I got here, 40%. Now, next time I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my soft baits. These are soft baits and hooks, and you'll get a chance to take a look at that. Before I sign off here, because that was about it. Before I sign off here, I wanted to tell you about some deals that you could take advantage of now that I have found out. First of all, I wanted to congratulate one of my subscribers. He's constantly talking a lot about the different ideas that he, has come across to help people save some money. Excuse me, I don't know why I got a slight cough. I didn't bring my water here. At any rate, let's see. I'm not going to shout out his name, because, the conversation that we had was kind of private. Maybe he'll tell me in the comments section it'll be all right. But if you read the comments section, you can see we have a varying conversation over the course of a week or so. He mentioned using the Honey app, which is kind of a widget that you could put into, I think, Chrome, and I think the Chrome browser and the Firefox browser. And you can use those to help do online searches to find good deals of all kinds of things. But of course, this channel talks about finding good deals in fishing equipment. And I think that if that's something that you are wanting to do to see what the internet has, that Honey app is a pretty good start. Now, I also wanted to tell you, and I want to thank you, subscriber, for making mention of that. He also had brought up and I'll just go ahead and transition over to that. He also brought up the Pfluger XT the Pfluger XT. It's the Pfluger President XT limited edition spinning reel. Now, last week I happened to be at Bass Pro Shops, and I saw the Big Ben that had these reels in them. They're beautiful looking reels. They retail for $80. They're on sale for $50, or $79.99, $49.97. So $80, $50. So that's a real good savings, and it's a good reel. I'll tell you, it's a 6:2-to-1 on the 30 and the 35. The 25 is 5:2-to-1. The max drag on the 6:2-to-1 is 10 pounds. Max drag on the size 30 is 10 pounds. The max drag on the size 35 is 12 pounds, and that's not bad for a spinning reel. So it's something that one would want to consider if you're going to go ahead in that direction. I might buy one or two of them myself because on tomorrow, Saturday, we have to be in Sacramento, and Rockland is just a few minutes out of the way. And so we may end up going in that direction. But I just wanted to make mention of that to you. That is a stellar deal. It is a stellar deal. The next one is Tackle Warehouse. Now, I know a lot of you who watch this channel purchase items at Tackle Warehouse. Yours truly has never purchased anything at Tackle Warehouse, but I will pretty soon. And the reason why is all of their gift cards are 10% off, which means that you can begin your savings before you even buy any of their merchandise. I recommend that if you're going to buy anything this month on Tackle Warehouse's website, whether it be tactical bassins, lures, or hooks, or you're going to go for any of the rods, your G Loomis or any of your Shimano stuff. I mean, whatever it is that you want to purchase on the website, I would recommend that you first purchase a gift card, preferably an e-gift card, and set your budget. So if you know you're only going to spend $300 or $500 on their website, buy a gift card for that much, less the 10%, and then go look for the deals on the site. It's another way to save money. So most people may just go and make the purchase of, say, a $200 worth of merchandise, and you go on there and you've made that same $200 purchase with $180. Not bad. At least it saves you on the taxes. And then if you find that the item itself is on sale, you save even more. So I recommend it. The other one, the third one is, there's a guy named Debo for Debo's Fishing. I got into him recently, and he said something that was very interesting. He had made a purchase from Kistler Rods. Now, Kistler Rods is an American company. They're like St. Croix. They're like, I think, Edge. G. Loomis, who used to make G. Loomis rods, he no longer makes G. Loomis rods. He makes a rod called Edge. and he makes them here in the United States. And they're American made, just like all of them. And he said that he saved 40% off of 2 rods that he purchased. He said the retail price of them approached $500, and he got a 40% discount. And I think that was specifically during the Black Friday week. And so he got paid $150 for 2 rods. So $150 for 1 rod, $150 for a second rod. And that's a nice little savings, 40%, because again, 40% off. So, but now I don't see that same deal. What I do see is if you go to their website and then you click on deals and scroll down, it says add $749 to the cart and automatically get 30% off. Use the bottom right pop out to track deals in progress. See discount at checkout. So you begin to save 30% once you hit $749. It kicks back to, and they actually have the number here, $524.30. Now, that's if you have a larger budget to spend. That would be something to consider. Again, my hope is that we can see this for all kinds of budgets. Whether you're using gift cards, and I think I've told you in prior videos, if someone wants to get you something for Christmas coming up, for example, tell them to give you gift cards at Tackle Warehouse, gift cards, Sportsman's Warehouse, gift cards at Bass Pro Shops, gift cards at Dick's Sporting Goods, gift cards at maybe your local tackle company has gift cards, because this is what we really like to do. So if they give you gift cards, that helps you in reducing the cost of the merchandise that you purchase. And then also get with a company that has at least one national company that has a really good rewards program that also has items that you're interested in purchasing. And that's how you can get a lot of these great deals. So thank you for watching part 2, or the second update to the Black Friday now / holiday sales. And this item is going to be split up into 2 parts. I'm going to show you the plastics and the hooks afterward. And remember, don't go outside of your family's budget. Don't break your family's budget trying to buy all of this equipment, but do everything you can to break your personal best. I'll see you next time. Take care.